guys, welcome back to my channel. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working on my Christmas wreath. Now, this is the last thing that I'm going to show you as far as like putting stuff together, but I am going to have a home tour, so don't worry there. And then I have some other exciting videos that are a little bit different than stuff I've done in the past. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of those, because it's still going to be quite an exciting season. So we're going to have this video today, and then look out for my home tour. It's going to be out probably before December 1st, I would say. All right, let me show you what I'm working on today. All right, so I got pretty basic supplies here. I have a 24-inch flocked wreath that I actually got from Amazon. It was made by Vickerman. I have some pine cones. Yes, they are cinnamon scented. I have this beautiful medallion ornament from SHINODA, as well as some different ribbons from SHINODA. I have this white velvet. I have it in a 1-inch version, and then I have the clear ribbon. That's been a lot of fun to use. Then I just have basic supplies like floral wire and scissors and one pick. I'm going to show you guys how to stretch these, which you probably already know. You just have to cut it apart. First thing that I need to do is I need to find out where the top of the wreath is, because, well, they all have a good side and a bad side. The light string is here, so I'm guessing that that's probably where I hung the top, although I see floral wire here, so let's see here. Maybe I'll do that. That looks kind of flat there. Nope, I like it better the other way. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tear this pick apart. I got these at SHINODA. I use them in my tree, and I've just been loving them. You have to get yourself a good pair of clippers, which I obviously don't have. So you get it started and you can tear it apart. Now the goal for this is I want it to match my Christmas tree, kind of. So I'm using the same ingredients. By cutting this pick apart, I'm actually going to have, I think I counted like 8 or 9 pieces to use. I'm going to determine which way my branches are going, because they do have a direction to them. I think they swoop this way. So I'm just going to take these and randomly tuck them in, kind of incorporate them into the greenery that's already in there. So I actually love this wreath by itself, but I think that this will be a nice touch to just kind of add in, like I said, the textures that are in my Christmas tree. This has been a really fun Christmas theme to do, honestly, because it's simple, but I think it's so elegant and beautiful, especially because of these branches. I mean, they bring a lot to the table by themselves. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm kind of tucking these in. I'm like, see how I tucked that in? I didn't just take it and like lay it on the top there. I'm trying to make it look like this is how I bought this wreath. Now, I'm not really going to focus on putting anything right here, just because I know that's where my bow is going to be. And if you know me, I make really big bows. Okay, so that's pretty. Now, this wreath, unfortunately, like many cheap things in the world, it has holes in it. So I have these pine cones, and I'm not going to wire these in. I'm just going to nestle them into any of the big areas that I see. This is a weird area here. I have different sizes of pine cones too, so maybe we'll stuff a small one in there. Just kind of have it as like a secret. I got these pine cones at Walmart a few years ago. I think you get like a bunch for a pretty low amount of money. All right, so now we're gonna make a bow, and I'm almost out of this thin ribbon, so I'm actually going to make a 2-loop bow out of the thick stuff. I did this whenever I did my Christmas garland as well, but I do still love that 1-inch ribbon just because you can curl it, and it is so beautiful. This bow, I'm going to leave kind of long tails. I would say probably 8 or 9 inches there. And I'm going to do, let's do it a little bit bigger. Okay, so there's that. The tail's kind of the same. Now this looks sort of weird, I know. But once we stuff it into the wreath, it kind of eats up a bunch of it. So, gotta make the loops big to begin with. All right. So, 2-loop bow. Now, I need to find, there is a spine to this wreath. It's actually right there. It's kind of hard whenever you're doing a wreath, trying to find the wire, because it just kind of gets lost in the greenery. Okay. That looks like a mess, but we're not done yet. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm probably going to end up using the rest of this ribbon that's on this spool. Maybe not. There's a lot on here still. I guess I was a little too paranoid. So let's do, since I have 2 loops already, I'm going to leave a really long tail on this, probably over a foot. Gotta cut my wire first. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. But this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make small loops. Yeah, we got a lot of ribbon. Let's do 6 loops. Right, now this bow is going to go into the center of that bigger one that we just made. So, got to fish this through again. Alright, so that looks like a mess. We're not done. We're going to do some other things here. I'm going to bring in this clear ribbon just because, like, see how it kind of winds on its own? It is actually made out of, like, it feels like the stuff that pool toys are made out of. So I'm going to give that a curly end there. Then I'm going to tuck it in here. And then I'm just going to curl it and weave it into this wreath. Now, when you're decorating a wreath, you want to remember that there is an outside of the wreath too. And there is an inside of the wreath. See, I'm loving this ribbon just because, like I said, it does its own thing. You don't really have to force it to do stuff. Alright, and I think this is officially the end of this roll, so we're going to be using all of this. I did a lot with this, to be honest. This is just kind of a fun ribbon to work with because it's different. Okay, do I have enough? Put that under that pine cone. And we'll end it under this bow. That's so beautiful. I love that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this after I hang it, but this diamond piece has a hook on here, and there's 2 spines to this wreath. There's like a inner spine, and then there's an outer one. It's easier for me to hook this on after the wreath is hanging up, and then it's just going to hang in the center there, which I think is going to be really beautiful. So I'm just going to attach that with the hook it came with, and I'll hang the wreath, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm also going to work on this bow a little bit. Okay guys, here it is, all done and lit up. I love how this looks. I really love how that bow turned out. So what I did was I put a nail and some floral wire there because I needed to hang it just a little bit lower. Look at that ornament in the center just sparkling, and I need to hide the cord. But this was just a simple project that I wanted to show you guys. It really doesn't take a lot to make a wreath personalized and make it go with your theme, as you can see. I really only added 3 things to this. I added the floral, the pine cones, and the ribbon. And this just kind of gives you an idea of what you can do when you layer ribbons as well. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. It will be my home tour. Alright guys, Merry Christmas.